भेज रहा हूँ, देखना चल रहा है, भेजा हूँ।
यूट्यूब पर व्हाट्सएप पे
देख रहा चल।
जो भी कर रहे हो देख रहा हूँ।
ये थोड़ा डिले होगा, अब देख रहा हूँ किस स्क्रीन आ रही है। माइक्रोफोन से
व्हाट्सएप पे
वो बात कौन सी आ रही है?
किससे?
अपना माइक कौन कर रहा था?
नहीं इधर आ रही है
कैसे?
ये पुरानी वाली आ रही है।
अब देख रहा हूँ किस स्क्रीन आ रही है। माइक्रोफोन से
और लेट चल रहा है।
वो आ रही है।
जो बोल रहे हो आप
मैंने वो की हुआ म्यूट।
इधर तो नहीं आएगा।
ये है माइक इसका, कर दो अंदर।
कर दो। टेस्टिंग 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 टेस्टिंग
Good morning, sir. Sorry, sir. Good morning. Sunny sir, good morning. सन्नी सर आवाज आ रही है?
ये वो यूट्यूब की रिकॉर्डिंग हो रही
हाँ प्रणव आ रही है।
आ रही है सर आवाज?
जी जी जी।
ओके सर।
Good morning, sir.
गुड मॉर्निंग सौरभ।
जी सर। सर बस करें स्टार्ट हम 2 मिनट।
ठीक है, मेरी आवाज क्लियर है? ऑडियो एंड वीडियो
हाँ जी,
क्लियर?
हाँ जी सर।
ठीक है,
जी
गुड
सर,
मॉर्निंग
जी सर।
टू ऑल। अमित, आपको भी
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
हाँ, गुड मॉर्निंग। सो जब स्टार्ट करते हैं तो फिर बताना, ठीक है?
जी सर, जी सर।
राइट राइट।
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम।
Sorry.
Ma'am, please
Good
unmute
morning.
your mic.
Good morning. Yeah.
Yes,
Good
ma'am.
morning.
Good
Sorry.
morning. Thank you.
I didn't realize.
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
So all set?
Yes, ma'am. Pranav sir, please start.
Worthy Rector, Katwa Campus, University of Jammu, Dr. Nakshi Kellam, Keynote Speaker and Head of the Department, Computer Science and IT, University of Jammu, Professor Pavnesh Shabrol, Organizing Secretary of FDP, Dr. Saurabh Shastri, Coordinator of FDP, Dr. Sunny Sharma, FDP Organizing Members, Mr. Amit Sharma and Ms. Ritika Goyal, faculty members, research scholars, students and participants. A warm good morning to all of you. I, Pranav Ratta, on behalf of Department of Computer Science and IT, Katwa Campus, University of Jammu, extend a warm welcome to each one of you to the inaugural ceremony of 1 week online faculty development program on machine learning concepts and applications. May I request Dr. Saurabh Shastri, Organizing Secretary of FDP and in charge head Computer Science Department, Kathua Campus, University of Jammu, to kindly address the gathering and welcome the guests. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Vinod. Worthy Rector, Kathua Campus, University of Jammu, Dr. Meenakshi Gilam. Keynote speaker and head Department of Computer Science and IT, University of Jammu, Professor Pavanesh Aprol. Coordinator of the FTP, Dr. Sunny Sharma. Organizing members of the FTP, Mr. Amit Sharma, Ms. Ritika Goyal. Colleagues, participants, research scholars, students, ladies and gentlemen. I do Dr. Saurabh Shastri on behalf of Department of Computer Science and IT, Kathua Campus, University of Jammu, deem it a great honor to present a formal welcome address. First of all, I welcome Dr. Meenakshi Gilam ma'am, Rector Kathua Campus, University of Jammu, and Director Internal Quality Assurance, University of Jammu, who is a strong administrative pillar of University of Jammu. Ma'am, your presence in the inaugural ceremony of this one-week FGP on machine learning, concepts and applications is a matter of great honor for all of us, for which we are grateful to you. Participants, it is only because of ma'am that we are able to organize this FDP in a very short span of time. Thank you so much, ma'am. I take this opportunity to welcome our keynote speaker and nodal head of Computer Science Department, University of Jammu, Professor Pavanesh Aprol, sir, who is gracing the inaugural ceremony of the FDP with his esteemed presence. Sir, I very humbly welcome you, and your presence is actually a great source of motivation to all of us. Thank you so much, sir. I also welcome FDP coordinator, Dr. Sunny Sharma, all members, Mr. Amit Sharma, Ms. Ritika Goyal, and Mr. Pranav Rata, who are working hard from number of days for the smooth conduct of this faculty development program. I also welcome esteemed colleagues, research scholars, and participants who have joined us from different parts of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more than 750 registrations for this faculty development program. And I request all the participants, we need your cooperation for the next 7 days, and we shall try our best for the smooth conduct of this 1 week online faculty development program on machine learning, concepts and applications. So in this FTP, we have various resource persons from US, we have resource person from Turkey, we have resource persons from Chandigarh University, then Andhra Pradesh, Orissa, Himachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. We have resource persons from IIT and Indian Institute of Information Technology, IIT Andhra Pradesh, and Odisha, and other parts of the country. So once again, I welcome you all in this 1 week online faculty development program on machine learning, concepts and applications. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I request Ms. Ritika Goyal to play the video pertaining to campus profile and achievements of the campus. Thanks, ma'am. Now I request Professor Pavnesh Abrol, Head Department of Computer Science and IT, University of Jammu, to kindly deliver keynote address. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pranav. And am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. So, Dr. Meenakshi Kilam, Rector, Kathua Campus, Dr. Saurabh Sharma, in charge head, Amit Sharma, Pranav, members of the organizing team, members of the teaching staff, our colleagues there, participants from the different colleges, universities to this FDP, a very warm good morning to all of you. I think it's a wonderful day that the Kathua campus is starting with the faculty development program in the very important area of machine learning, its applications and how we can work in this. We can have more models we can generate, we can think of different problems. This is a wonderful area of technology, of the computer science, which needs really sitting, working, interaction with the peers, academicians who are working and understanding different concepts. Machine learning, as we all understand, it's learning from data, and it's about algorithm and data, but it's more about the large data, the huge data, the big data that is being generated, and it's created as we move, as we work from our servers, from our databases. Machine learning trains models from patterns in the data, exploring the space of possible models defined by the parameters. If the parameter space goes too big, it is a problem of overfitting. If it is too less, then we have the problem of underfitting. So this is an important component which is very much useful in the field of data science now, and uses a lot of statistical methods, algorithms that are trained for a variety of applications in the field of classification, predictions, uncovering the insights in large databases. Machine learning algorithms are typically created in the frameworks that accelerate solution developments, such as TensorFlow, PyTorch. These are some of the working framework in which these models in the machine learning can be designed, they can be built, they can be run. Largely, machine learning is the subset of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence that encompasses a lot of techniques that enable the computer to mimic human intelligence, using a lot of logics, if-then rules, decision trees. And the machine learning allows computer systems to learn from past data without explicitly writing the programs. So we need not write the programs. Once the system understands the data, learns from the data, it starts taking decisions. So self-corrective models, learning models can be designed using the machine learning programming. Besides machine learning, there are other subsets of artificial intelligence like deep learning, neural networks. There are all subfields of artificial intelligence. In contrast, the deep learning models, they can handle unstructured data in its raw form like images, text, and can automatically determine the features that can distinguish different categories of the data from one another. Neural networks have largely the nodes, the layers, which are associated with the weights and thresholds. And any system with the neural network layers greater than 3 is considered to be as the deep learning models. The generation of the machine learning therefore needs a few components like decision process and error function, which trains the system, and a model optimization process. Plenty of applications for machine learning. Some of the very common are like classifying the spam, which keep coming in our inbox, and separating them in the folders from the inbox. So such techniques, they require kind of learning, which is we call supervised learning. It's a part of machine learning process. And variety of applications in supervised learning are used, like linear regression, random forest, SVM, neural networks. But certain times we need to discover the hidden patterns in the large data, as I said. And for example, in areas like customer segmentation, image pattern recognition, unsupervised learning techniques and methods are used. And plenty of methods like PCA, principal component analysis, singular value decomposition, SVD, etc. They are used. And in certain areas which are again advanced, and the system is designed to have trial and error kind of functioning. So it gives a trial, understands the error, checks the error, again gives a trial, reduces the error. And such models are called trial and error models. They are the advanced forms of artificial intelligence and in machine learning, and are called reinforcement machine learning systems. Speech recognition, customer services like virtual agents, messaging bots, computer visions, wherein we have photo tagging, image labeling, image in healthcare. One of our scholars here in the department, she is working in auto image labeling, auto story generation. Similarly, self-driving cars, fraud detection on the fictitious transactions. If there is some kind of anomaly which is going on in millions of transactions, this system can detect some kind of anomaly if it is going on using the machine learning models. As we all know, Digital India is the flagship program of Government of India, and aims at promoting e-marketing, e-governance, e-education, e-health, smart cities projects. And the artificial intelligence and machine learning are the backbone of all these technologies. Whether you have IoT, Internet of Things technology, you have virtual reality, we need to understand the patterns to make the systems learn, and there comes the significance of machine learning. As our country prepares itself for the technological advancements, there are a lot of opportunities, challenges in the technological fields, specifically in terms of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and also in terms of in the areas of virtual reality, robotics, neuro-linguistic programming, natural languages, understanding natural languages, blockchains. And Government of India is understanding this, and recently have launched a central knowledge base for knowledge hub rather for artificial intelligence. This is called India AI. It's a national AI portal of India. It's a joint venture of Ministry of Electronics and IT, Government of India, National E-Governance Division, NEGD, and NASSCOM, which is National Association for Software and Services Company. It is for preparing the country, the young minds for AI in the future. It's a central knowledge hub and caters for all the kind of requirements for professionals, academicians, entrepreneurs, students, researchers. So AI and machine learning technologies are on course to become most powerful agents of the transformation of the human history. It is reshaping our global economy with its technological advancements. And India is the fourth largest now economy in the world, and also a very young nation with a lot of talent, a nation with a lot of IT force. I think we prepare now ourselves for using these recent technologies for solving real-time problems, social problems. As per the NASSCOM, AI market in India is projected to reach around more than $7 billion in by 2025. So say around after 2 to 3 years, it's a great large market size which is expected, and across the hardware, software, services that it provides. And similarly for the as per the Niti Aayog, India by 2035, AI has the potential to add $1 trillion to the Indian economy. So undoubtedly, this is an area where a lot of potential is there for our young learners, researchers, academicians. And NEP also now is mandating, and I was just reading today, the government of the UT of J&K is now planning to have the virtual reality labs, IoT labs, AI labs at the level of the school. So it's a revolution which is coming up, and I think we all now take the lead in these areas, in the areas of leading technological aspects of the computer science, which is artificial intelligence, machine learning. NEP also demands the lot of changes, and we have done it as the nodal department, the department which also frames the syllabi at the UG and postgraduate levels for all its affiliated colleges and offsite campuses affiliated to it. We have very recently added a lot of components which relate to machine learning, programming, aspects of the artificial intelligence, Python. These aspects have been now given, put into the in the framework of the undergraduate as well as in the MCA 2 years and MTech 2 years program. And also we have the lot of scholars, PhD students, which are who are working in the areas of machine learning and AI. I really think that this FDP will be FDP of this kind on such technological fronts shall be of immense help to all to the faculty members, researchers, students, staff, and all who are interested in these fields. I really congratulate Dr. Meenakshi Kilam for her dynamic leadership also, I know for meticulous planning, and the kind of lead that Kathua campus is taking in her leadership. Congratulations to Dr. Saurabh, Amit, Sunny, Pranav, my colleagues there in Kathua campus, and the entire organizing team, and of course the students of the Department of Campus, who invariably I know will be a strength to the campus. Now we know that the students of the faculty and the students of MC department, they are doing very well as we negotiate the examination and other aspects. I am very sure that Kathua campus is really doing very good with all these faculty members. And I really hope that this activity, the participants who joined, who have registered, as Saurabh has already said, there are a good number of participants who have got registrations online for this online FDP from across the institutions, from J&K and abroad. We'll have a wonderful time, a very productive, very meaningful time while they interact with the resource persons who are lined up for this 7-day FDP program, which is organized by Kathua campus. I wish all a very good FDP, very wonderful time, and successful productive time ahead. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Dr. Sunny Sharma is requested to display the token of appreciation for Professor Pavnesh Abrol, sir. May I request Dr. Meenakshi Kilam, Rector Kathua Campus, University of Jammu, to kindly address the audience.
Our esteemed keynote speaker, head of the Department of Computer Science and the nodal head of the MCA department of Kathua campus, Professor Pavnesh Abrol, head of the Department of MCA department of Kathua campus, Dr. Saurabh Shastri, other faculty members from the MCA department, Ms. Ritika, Mr. Sunny, Mr. Pranav, and above all the resource persons and participants who've joined today. I am really, really happy to see that how a small campus in a corner of a small town like Kathua, based in Janglot, has been able to, do such ambitious things. But those who know Dr. Saurabh Shastri and his team will not be surprised. Sometime back, I remember when, earlier also he's handled long duration programs also, and it seemed very audacious and very, very ambitious that, how can you handle, such long programs? And when we are just emerging out of COVID and we're trying to settle down into our own course. But Dr. Saurabh Shastri, Dr. Amit, and everybody else in the department have actually done it before. And what amazes me is that this is not just a token international event or an international program, because we have resource persons who are from outside the country, and we have participants also who are from outside the country. So this is really heartening for us here. And also, it is the technology which has allowed us to do this. So if because during COVID and beyond COVID now, I mean, we are now more or less into the blended mode of teaching and learning, and this gives advantage to distantly located campuses like ours. So I'm really glad that this is happening. Whoever can imagine that, whatever area you imagine in, whatever challenge you imagine, whatever solution you imagine of anything, you will see that there are very few areas, challenges, solutions which cannot be handled by AI now. Earlier, we had to think, where can we apply AI? And now there are very few things that, we can't think of now. And if AI is all around us, then how can machine learning not be the cornerstone of our learning, of preparing our students? So this is, with this aim, I think this was the best area to share thoughts on, to prepare students. And now it's no more that with AI and machine learning and big data mining, and you are preparing people for future. You're not making them future ready. You have to make them present ready. It's that month. This is urgent. This is there. We have to know it now rather than tomorrow. So I think, keeping that in mind, Dr. Saurabh Shastri and his team have chosen an appropriate content for the entire duration of the program. I was very happy to see that as well, and the various resource persons. And I'm sure, with the blessings of the nodal department, the head, who is here with you, he's sharing his valuable, spending his valuable time here with us. As the nodal head, he has given the freedom to the MCA department to do their best, and at the same time support when needed, freedom when needed. A balance of freedom and support has been given by the MCA department to of the campus to the offsite campus here in Kathua. In fact, there are many things that you do, and then for the MBA program also, we approach the business school and tell them that this is how the MCA department is handling this. So why don't you also, happy that you appreciate the spark and talent of the faculty here in Kathua. They are indeed very special. They're not run of the mill junior faculty in a small campus. Even if some of them are not permanently absorbed, that doesn't stop them from giving their best. And looking at Saurabh's age, and Saurabh, and both Amit also is a young leader. Both of them are such young leaders, and still they're capable of taking everyone along. So I'm really happy, and I wish this FDP my best. But the content is very good. Now it is going to depend the design is good. Now let's see how the delivery happens, and I'm sure everybody will be giving suggestions even while we are going along, and we will try to incorporate them. And I'm sure we are going to give our best to people who have joined this program. And I would also, at the end of the program, want to have the feedback of the participants. Thank you and all the best.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Uh, Pavanesh sir, I hope that the token is received to you, sir, in physical mode.
I wanted to say thanks. I have received this thing.
This is really blended mode. Synchronization.
Yeah, really hybrid kind of.
Really an online mode. Complete synchronization. Well done. Well done.
So thank you, Dr. Meenakshi, director, and thank you, Saurav, and the organizing entire team for this. I only wish that the department would have been more associated with it, and really most of our students, the scholars, would have participated. But anyway, you told me that it was in a hurry, in a short notice. So I really wish great success for the program.
I think we'll soon have something. We've noted. We'll soon have something where we are all not only the main campus, the Bhadrava campus also. Let's have something together. We should have. It'll be very nice. Thank you so much for the suggestion.
Now the coordinator of FDP, Dr. Sunny Sharma, is requested to deliver vote of thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, one and all. Now, over to the organizing secretary of FDP, Dr. Saurabh Shastri, for further proceedings. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Pranav. Thank you so much. Thank you, Rector ma'am. Thank you, Bhavnesh Prol sir, for joining us, for your blessings, and for coming here in the inaugural ceremony of 1 week online FDP on machine learning concepts and applications. Dear participants, now it's the time for our session 1, and the resource person for the session 1 is Dr. Meenu Gupta. Dr. Meenu Gupta has already joined us. Meenu ma'am.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, all.
Good morning, ma'am. Dear participants, Dr. Meenu Gupta, she is working as an associate professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department, Chandigarh University, Punjab. She completed her PhD in Computer Science and Engineering with an emphasis on traffic accident severity problems from Ansal University, Gurgaon. She has more than 15 years of teaching experience, and her research areas cover computational techniques, intelligent systems, and data mining, with a specific interest in artificial intelligence, image processing and analysis, smart cities, data analysis, and human brain machine interaction. Moreover, she has 5 edited and 4 authored books. She has also written over 20 book chapters and 150 plus research papers in refereed international journals and conferences. She has also filed 5 patents and awarded the Best Faculty of the Department and Best Researcher Award in 2021 and 2022. She has also chaired many conferences and was the convener and organizer of IEEE and AIP conferences. Her topic of today's session is, this is the first session, and the topic is basics of Python and machine learning. As we know that Python is very much required for the implementation of machine learning. So she will cover the basics of Python as well as machine learning. Over to you, Dr. Meenu Gupta, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Good morning, one and all present here. Myself is Dr. Meenu Gupta. Saurav sir has introduced me very well. I'm going to start with the basic of Python, how to use it, what are the benefit of it, and exactly what the role of AI in Python. So I'm just sharing my screen. Saurav sir, is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, we have the concept of Python. What is Python exactly? Python is a high-level interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented scripting language. Why it is called interpreted interactive? Because it is used as an interpreter where we can type, we can execute, and get the result of it. I'll show you how it can work. In the case of Python, it is highly readable. For example, if I say that print the something, then it will print like print hello. It will directly print hello. It use English word, like frequently we are using it, add like 3 plus 4 is, then it will directly give a result of it, rather than we have to give a variable and like in C we are just passing the values to the variable and initializing that it is integer or it is float, and then we are adding all it. So it is having a English keyword rather than any punctuations, and it has fewer syntactical constructions than other languages. Like we need not to add any kind of like directories. For example, include stdio.h or like conio.h and so on. So Python is an interpreted, interactive, and object-oriented. Yes, definitely it is used the concept of object-oriented, like encapsulation of the code within the object. You can use the classes concept in it. It is Python is a beginner language actually. It's not like new in this market. In like before the Java, it comes in the market, but yes, it is exposure in in the mind of AI. Like then it comes just before few years back. Python is a great language where beginners level programming support the development of wide range applications. Like in gaming, you can use Python. In web development, you can use Python. What was the history of Python and how it comes in the market? When Rosung was the person who developed this Python in the early 90s and in late 80s. In this person actually used CWI, that is a Centrum Wisdom and Informatia. This was the lab where it works in Netherlands. The Python is having a lots of version. You can use any version 3.8 and so on. It is written in C language. Somehow the people said that Python is a language. It is not written in anyone. But yes, Python uses C interpreter that is called written in C language. At the time when it begins Python, Udo actually read the published article Monty Python's Flying Circus. I'll show you this. This was Monty Python Flying Circus. In this circus, there word used Python, and he was very happy with this like circus, and he enjoyed that. So he thought, Like it should be a word Python for this. Python is maintained by the core development team at the Institute of Guido van Rossum. Python 1.0 was released in 20th Feb. Python 2.0 was released on 16th October. Python 3.0 refer to the Python 3000 and more. So in case of Python, what we exactly doing, it will show in your screen. Just a minute. Okay, so what have a Python features like easy to learn? Is it necessary like if we know C, C++, then we can directly understand Python, or if we don't know anything about C, C++ or Java, then we can understand Python? Yes, there is no means of like if you're not aware about C language, you cannot go with Python. We can directly go with Python because it is easy to read. As I said that if I'll write print, then hello, then it will directly print the hello word. It is easy to maintain. It is easy to maintain. Why? Because it is freely available anywhere. It is not costed. Plus it can be means it's use bytecode, means like you can run anywhere anytime. This is not required any kind of configuration for the same. A broader standard library it is using like Windows and Unix. Interactive mode, it has two modes actually. One is CMD mode, another is IDLE mode, that is called interactive development mode, where you can write it. Somehow we have to write some code print, and then you can write hello, and then it will print it. But sometime we need to write many of the lines in a single code, it will not work on that. So we have to use IDLE. I'll show you how it works actually. It is portable because it can run on any wide variety of hardware platform. It is extendable. It is using database, GUI programming, and scalable. I'll show you how it works. Just a minute. Can you see my screen on? This how to install Python. You can directly use this download Python, through which you can download this any kind of version. Once you will download it, then you can open your platform ideally. I'll just write command prompt first. We can practically work on it. Like suppose my command prompt is this. If I want to check it, what version I have in my Python, then I can write py. Can you see this? This Python shows Python 3.8. Fine. Now I have to write this three spaces like this. What it shows that this is a cell of Python where you can write anything. For example, if I'll write like print hello, then I can write print hello. Similarly, I can go with this and I can write in double quotes. Then also I can go with this. Generally, we have to perform the language in the interpreter form, because you can just enter it and you can execute it. Similarly, you can use like not exactly with C, I'll just write a is equal to 10. So you can see that the variable a is getting the value of 10. Then I'll write b is equal to 20. Then I'll use a plus b. It will directly give you a result of it. So in this, what we are talking about in English language, it is performing it. Similarly, if I want to give it into a C variable, like C is equal to a plus b, then I have to print C. Then it will give you a value of it. Similarly, I have many of the things, like if I'll say that 2 plus 3 is, if you will write in your notepad, then it will not give you answer. You have to just calculate it either in Excel or you have to write by manual. But in this case, if I'll write 2 plus 3, then it will show you the result. 2 plus 3 is 5. Similarly, I can write it 9 minus 8 is this. Now, if I have to calculate the multiplication, you can see. Okay, so these are very simple things. But if I'll divide something like 8 divided by 4, what it will get? 2.0. Why it is get 2.0? I was not expected like it gets 2.0 because it is a float value. So by default, your Python got a float values. Now, if I want 8 by 4 should give me a 2 rather than a float value, because there could be a remainder. So Python automatically take it. Now, what I'll use it 8 4. Can you see the result is 2? The double backslash shows that we need not any kind of float value, means it represents to the integer. I do not write any int word to convert this value. I hope it's clear. Now, if suppose I just want to give a power of it, because I have given 4 into 6, that is 4 into 6 is 24. But if I'll give you a power of it like 2 raised to power 3, then what I need to do it 2 raised to power 3 means double star. So you can see it 2 into 2 into 2. It will consider it like 8. So Python is a very simple platform where you can directly put your values over there and you can execute it. Fine. I'll show you. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Like running Python interpreter like this prompt, and you have it will wait for your. Similarly, you can print hello that I already shown you in Cell how it works. Similarly, you can perform this in your IDLE platform. Now, you have to run this particular script. What you have to do it like there is a input and then you have to print this. Is it possible to run in your interpreter? Like this. If I have to enter here, what I'll do it, enter first, enter first name. Then it will not shows me like this. How I'll print it. So I can use it like print first or sorry, print first number. Then it will give me a first number. Then I have to give an assignment of it. But if I want it, then what I need to do it, I need to perform IDLE. You can go in this. When you will install it, then IDLE will work. Okay, you can write, you can also use this prompt, if I'll write here, print hello. Just a minute. We can see this will also work with same values. But if I want to run any of the values, then what I need to do, new file. In this new file, I have to run, I have to just like write something like print hello, then print.
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Print hi. Then you can write like print go like this. You know what? I have written 3 lines in a particular this. Then you can save it. You have to save this file, but you need to give a extension .py. So you can see here .py is an extension. I can use this here x.py. Fine. Now you can run here, run the module. Just a minute, there's a curly braces. So it will show you the error as well. You can see hello, hi, go is there. How it is good Python actually, when you do any kind of mistake, like if I'll write print hello, I'm not written any print, so it will give you an error. So it gives you a suggestion like the print hello is not, it is not defined variable. You have to check it. So which is not defined, this PRIN. Fine. So you have more options to get all these things. Similarly, you can perform any character list and all. I'll show you something, then we can give some hands-on practice over it. Okay, fine. So you can see here, I'll use this a is equal to eval. Why I've used is eval. I'll show you this. If I not use this, what it will go give you. Just a minute. Okay, I'll remove this and I use this. I not use this eval first. Okay, so we'll execute it. Now I'll put any kind of values like 8. Enter the value as 8. Then enter the value 7. Can you see this value is written as a string? 87, that is 87. But what we were expecting it, that is 8 plus 7. You can see this program. In this program, we have given a value of A, then we have put it the value of this. This is called input and output program. What we are getting it from user end. We are not giving the value by default. Like initially we have given A is equal to 10, B is equal to 20. But at the run time, we can change the value with the help of this input. Then input, enter a value, input this, and then C is equal to B and print C. I simply did this in your that portion. Although you can remove it, you can print your name as well in this way. But in to perform this, you have to use eval, or either you have to convert it into the integer value. So if you will use int, then it will give you only integer value. If you will give any float, then it will give you a float value. But if you will use eval, then it will give you a direct result for everything. It's not required. Okay, now execute this. Control S, you can use a short symbol to run, save this and run F5. So I'll write 7 plus 5. You can see the result is 12. So this is exactly what symbols we can use in Python and through which how to execute this. I think it's clear. Sorry, sir.
Yes, very much.
Okay, fine. Thank you so much. Actually, I'm asking you because I'm not able to see any of the participants when I'm sharing the screen. Thank you so much for reply. Similarly, I can enter my name. You can see in this case, name is equal to input. Enter your name. So there is no and percentage required like a C language. You have to print F and then scan F because system will read from the and percent. You are simply writing print name and then you write only the variable that is C. Similarly, in the case of this print and simply you mention the name and it will take the name from here. So this is a very simple language where we can say something and we can do something. Okay, so I'll show you next. Okay, another way is like I said that you can directly press F5 and you can run it, but you can also do this like test.py. Like I have written the name like x.py, so you can put here x.py and you can run the Python files. Fine. If you want to quit this like command prompt, then you can use Control plus Z. You can come out from the Python. You can see it. It's come from the Python. So Control plus Z is used to come out from the Python. And suppose I just want to use to clear it. Just a minute. I'll enter in Python again. Then I write something A10, B20, and A plus B. So this is my Python and I can use Control plus S to clear the screen. So these are very basic things which we should know about. So how to come out from the Python from the CMD prompt. And if you want to go in the like ideally mode, then you have to use quit brackets. Fine. So these are the few things which need to discuss. Okay. Next is what are the basics Python syntax, like Python's identifiers, reservoirs, line indentations. You know, line and indentations are very important to get to know what exactly going in our code. Because for small programs, it is okay, but for big programs, it's quite difficult to understand which loop is started for what. multi-line statements. What are the benefits of making a line to be a statement? I'll discuss you in the next slide. Then quotation in Python, comments in Python, using black lines, multiple statements, and command line argument. A command line argument means we'll just give an command and then enter. We can get the result of it. Now, the Python identifiers are case sensitive. Make sure of it, like while you are executing this Python, if you have saved, if you used any of the name like M capital, then double EN, that means the M capital you need to make sure it should be there. It cannot be small letter. It will not take you have used capital and you are using further for any kind of description that is small letter. So class name starts with the uppercase letter, other identifier starts with the lowercase letter, starting with single lead underscore indicates private, where lead underscore indicates strongly private, two leading underscore, and ends with two underscore means a language defined a special name. So these are basic identifier which we have to understand. These are the reserved words like and, break, class. So you cannot change it. Class means class. DEF means definition. Else means there is a loop, if and else. So these are some reserved words which actually work in Python. Okay, line and indentation. You can see this line and indentation. If true, then print. Else print this. So you can see this if loop is having this indentation means this one space when tab, or you can say one space here. Similarly, like this is used for continuation character. Okay, sometimes what we are doing it, I'll show you. Just a minute. Okay, enter name. The name is enter. Okay, now what we have to do it in this case, you can see here this total item. What is the meaning of this backslash? This total is equal to item underscore 1. If I'll give a enter here, suppose if I'll give plus, then if I'll give enter, then it will give you a error. Now if I'll give you total, actually error is because of equal to symbol, item underscore 1 plus. Now if I'll give this, then what it's going to do? If I'll do this, total is equal to item underscore 1 plus then backslash. What it is showing, you are in the continuation of it. Fine, means you have more than one statement at a single line. Similarly, you can use item underscore 2 plus backslash. Then it will goes to the next line. Then item underscore 3. Fine. So similarly, you have to use this all in a single line. But if I'll give enter, then it will give you error because I have not closed it properly, because it wants something to be closed over there. Similarly, you can give your statement to be contained in a more than one words to be printed, like number of days you want to print it. I just checked it. Days is equal to in single quote Monday, then quotes to be closed, then start with quotes, then Tuesday, then quotes, and then close it. Similarly, you can use Wednesday and so on. I'll just close here. Fine. So you need to print it. This is a list actually. You have to print this days, then only it will print it. I'll show you how to print it. Fine. Okay. Now, quotations and comments in the Python, this is very important. Why we are giving a comments? Because sometimes we want to get to know, like, is it working or not? Means what statement we have written for what kind of purpose. So if you want to give a comment for a word, then you can use like this. If you want to give a comments to the sentence, then you can use double quotes. If you want to give a comments to the paragraph, then you can give a triple quotes. Like you can see here. Okay, you can see here like 3 quotes. Hello, how are you? I'm taking class of AI and ML. Now you can see, hello, how are you? I'm taking class of this and this. Like this all works as a triple quotes. This is a paragraph. Fine. If you will write in your program, because this is a command prompt where you will return something and then you can write it. Like if I'll write here Mino, then it will give me an answer of this single quote comments. This command will work in your program only, and here you will get a result in this case. If I'll give you double quotes of it, then you will also get the same it. But it will not work here as a comment, but in your program it will definitely get as a comment. Like if I'll use hash my name, will it work? This is not inside a string, it is just beginner comments. What is this? So you can see here, I not get anything. So you can use these commands on your program as I shown you in the Python, rather than like on the command shell. Fine. Like a line containing only white space, this white space containing means is a blank line. Means Python totally ignores it. It's not work for it, and it will not show you any kind of statement error. It is interactive interpreter session as an empty physical line used to terminate a multiple line statement. Okay, what we have to do it in case of multiple statements. Like suppose if I have written here like print hello. Can you see it's enter and it gives you a result? But if I want to print at least two in a same line, then what I'll use it print, then hello, then semicolon. Then again I'll use print, then name. So can you see hello name? But do you know that this semicolon makes you in the next line? It will not give you a result in same line. Fine. Similarly, like if I'll use this assigning values to a variable, you can use in this way, counter miles name, and then you have to print this counter, print this miles, and print this name. Similarly, you can do this and you can get the result of it. Means this is called the assignment of a values. Okay, I'll let you know about one thing. In case of string, suppose I just I'll open this ideally. Okay, so if I use like this name, simple this name, Minu, and if I'll use Minu S, a post office S, and then laptop. So will it work? If I want like Minu's laptop, it is 2B. So post office S I want, because I already shown you Minu comes in single quote, double quotes also works. But if I'll do this, then it will give you error of it. So how this is, because single quote, this single quote is work for this Minu only. But this S will not work here. So what exactly I need to do in Python so that it can work here? Or either can make this laptop in another quotes. How to do it? Suppose I can use a print statement as well directly. If I use this one, I can use print. I can show you in print as well. Minus S and then laptop. Will it work? No, it will not work. But if I'll use at print, then I'll use double quote, Minu, then S, then laptop, then double quotes, and then this. Look at this, it's work. Because we have two dots, double dots, and single dot. So if you will use this dot for this particular string or character, you can say that, then it single quote is just only for S. It will print this. But if you will use a single quote here and here, then it will not work. So this is the way where we can write it. Like another way as well, suppose there is a A-E-I-O-U. These are the letters. In this case, \n is used here for new line. So what I need to do it, suppose I just want to print, just a minute, C doc docs, then suppose Naveen. I'll just write Naveen here and I'll print it. So what it will give you? Can you see? I did not get this. C colon backslash docs. It is okay, but when I put it Naveen, then this particular symbol is used for new line. So it is not giving it to me. So this is a very basic thing. If I want these kind of words to be printed as it is, how it will be go. In the same case, I can write it print C colon then docs Naveen. What I need to put here, you know what, there could be a raw value, means because we have to give a raw value, means it will print as it is. So I'll give you raw, and when I'll give this raw, it prints as it is. I hope it's clear to everyone how it works. Suppose I just want to print my name twice a time or as a string concatenation. So what I'll do it, I like, suppose I write this Meenu and then plus like Meenu Gupta. I just speak about this. Then how to write this? Simple. You can say it's used as a string Meenu Gupta. If I want to print Meenu 10 times in C language, you have to return a big code and you have to execute in this way. So I just simply write 10 into Meenu. Can you see this? 10 times Meenu comes. So this is only the way which makes Python to be a simpler one. Now I'll show you something in this. Suppose I have done the calculation now. I'll just give you a brief of it. 2 plus 3 is 5. If I'll write 9 minus 8, if I want to get remainder only, then what I'll use it? 10 divided by 3. Then only remainder will be get. Once I said that if I'll divide something 8 by 4, then you got 2.0, and 8 divided by 4, then you get 2. So these are the normal and general things when we are doing programming in Python. Okay, let's start with another one. Standard data types are number, string, list, tuple, dictionary. You can use list as well as multiple assignments like A is equal to B is equal to C is equal to 1. That means A, B, C is 1. Similarly, you can apply like this: A, B, C, 1, 2, new n. And when you will print A, print B, print C, then you will get all these values. You can try on your CMD prompt and you will get the result of it. Python number. We can give like values to the variable, like variable 1 get 1, variable 2 get 10. So we can assign the values to the variable as well. Python number. If we want to delete any number, then how to delete it? Using delete statements. We have to use it del var, then del var underscore 1 means variable 1, variable 2. It can be 1, 2, 3 and so on. Whatever the variable you have used in your program, you can simply use this del statement. Now, in this case, string statement, I already mentioned you how to give a statement for sentence, paragraph, and multiple statements. Python string. Suppose I have just used str, a variable where I stored hello world. Now, if I'll print string, then we print str, then print 0 and 2:5. What does it means? I'll show you. Okay, so let's print here str. I'll just make a program of it rather than to do this. Okay, I'll delete this. New file. In this new file, I'll use str is equal to hello world. Symbol is this. Okay, then I have to print str. I don't know, just a minute. Okay, I need to save it first. Rather than to save it, I'll directly write here str is equal to hello world. Okay, str stores this. Now I'll write print str. You can see hello world, it is there. Now if I'll use print then str, and then I have to mention the value like 0. What it means, it will print only the first letter, because in array you know that it's starting from 0 to like 4, 5, 6, any of the character attached. If I'll use it, print str, then 2 is to 5. So you can see it will start from 2 and print till 5. You can see start from 2, like after 2 this 3 LL and then 4. 2 is to 5 means like 3, 4 only. If I use 6, then it will give you a fifth word as well. Fine. Okay. So these are the few basics things. Similarly, you can print this hello world, 2 is colons, then it will start from the third character, 2 times it will print it, it will concatenate the string. Python is having a list as well, like my list, and you can say this is tiny list, and you can print this list, print my list 0, 1, colon 3 means it will start from the second to till third one. Similarly for this one and this part. So these are the basics of Python. We can work on it. Now there is a tuple, Python tuple. How to create tuples in Python? My tuple, then it covers these values. There is a difference between this tuple and all. You can see there is integer value as well, float as well, and string values as well. So you can make any kind of values in the Python tuples, and you can print like this. These are the methods through which we can print it. Okay, Python is having a dictionary, like kind of hash table. You can learn this hash table in text and base. What is the meaning of this? This is converting into tuple, float, and all. I also mentioned this eval. Eval is string and returns an object. Evaluates the string. The whole string it will be evaluating. We need not to write any kind of integer and float values. This is the way of writing a dictionary in this. Okay, next is decision making. How to make a decision? It's simple, very simple, like if, else, and nested if else. While statements, same looping what we have used in C language, they are working on it. But the thing is that we have to just use the body. We have not written like any kind of header files or any of the variable initialization. Okay, this is the else statement, how it works. These are the symbols, and this is a simple program to work on prime number. So this is the for loop. Fine. Now I'll let you know about what is the role of AI in Python. This is the next important part. Okay, why Python for AI? In this, Python is having a less code, pre-built libraries, ease of learning, platform independent, massive community support. Why Python 4 is, in this Python is actually an open source objective oriented programming language mainly used for data sciences, not only data sciences, but mainly used for data sciences, but it can work for web development as well, gaming purpose as well. We can use this Python. Okay, what is the demand for AI? AI is more computational power, better algorithm you can get it, broader investment, and more data can be analyzed over it. What is AI exactly? The theory and development of computer system able to perform tasks normally where requiring human intelligence. We are giving something artificial, nothing is natural over there. For example, visual perceptions, like what we have seen, we are getting it. So machine is also taking the same thing and analyzing the factors, what factors are behind of it. Speech recognition, like what we are talking about, then it is machine is learning from it and machine is replying to it. Decision making and translation between languages. So machine learning, deep learning, NLP, computer vision, these are all what we are talking about AI. Okay, the general terms of types of AI. AI is artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and super intelligence. That means a theory and development of a computer system that performs tasks normally requiring human intelligence, such as visual, perception, speech, and all. What is AI, ML, and DL? AI actually a root of tree. I think you have read data structure. In that we have talked about root and childs. So artificial is a root of tree, like artificial, then machine learning, then we have a deep learning. Artificial is a technique which enables machine to mimic human behavior. It is just a root of it where we are started from. And now comes to the machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of AI technique which uses statistical methods to enable machine to improve their experience. And further we have a deep learning. Deep learning is a subset of ML, means machine learning, that using multi-layer neural network for the feasible implementation. Okay, now what is machine learning? You can see here data. Everything is data here. If you're calling to your friends and they are calling to you, multiple logs are created. Like you have called to him today and tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and so on. So till 1 week, if you will analyze, there are suppose 40 calls. At what time? At how many times you have discussed anything on phone? So these are called data. So machine is actually trained on the data set, and on the basis of that, your machine understand it what you want to do it. So data is there which pass to the machine, and then machine build a model to understand what we want to do it, and then it will give you a predictive outcome. On the basis of that, that outcome will be given. So machine learning provides a machine the ability to learn automatically and improve from the experience without being explicitly programmed. Now, machine learning process. We have defined objectives, predictions, model evaluation, building a model, data exploration, preparing data, and data gathering. Basically, the process of machine learning means to predict the model. Machine learning never gives you security of it. If you're talking about the security concern, blockchain provides you the security, but not machine learning. So it is used to find a solution of a problem statement, or in short, we can say that machine learning gives you early prediction of the things, so that we can analyze the factor behind of it. In today's era, machine learning or deep learning plays in every field, like in medical, transportation, agriculture, everywhere machine learning is there. Okay, so what we are trying to predict, machine learning wants, like weather forecast. If you want to forecast the weather, then how you will predict it? You can use machine learning. Even your Google is also using machine learning. Your Facebook is using machine learning. Have you ever feel like when you are not, we are thinking only, you are just alone and you are thinking something and your phone is on with your internet, then you know what, whatever thoughts in your mind or whatever you're talking about, your phone pick up it, and you get a recommendation of it, either from the Google, either from the Facebook. So these recommendation based on the machine learning process. So similarly, it used in many of the things. Weather forecast is one of the example. What are the target features? What we have to do it? What is the input data? We can, what kind of problem we are facing, because if we do not have any problem, we cannot find the solution of it. So first process of machine learning is to define the objective of the problem, to predict the possibility of rain by studying the weather condition. Means we can analyze what weather condition can be after the possibility of rain. Now the second thing is that after the objective, we have to gather the data. What is data exactly? As I already said that what is the humidity, temperature, pressure, and all are called data, and on the basis of that we can do it. Remember this, data can be of anything like categorical, image based, numerical. So we have to analyze what data we are using to train our model. Fine. Okay, so this is actually a numeric data. So how to prepare this data? In this data, you could have some missing values as well. You can have some corrupted data, or you have some data which is not required to analyze. For example, if I want to just check the weather prediction, and what time, I do not require any kind of time at what time it will be changed, but I can give a prediction of it, like today is rainy, then tomorrow can be a sunny. So I have to predict like this. So time can be avoided from it. So we have to clean the data in the desired format where we want to put it. Okay, so next step is exploratory data analysis. What is data exploration? It involves understanding the pattern and trends in the data. Like as I said that there is a time duration. Is it is necessary that I have to use this time? No, because the time is not a major factor of it. I can take one another example, like you are running on the road and you want to do something road prediction or traffic accident prediction, you can say that. So for traffic accident prediction, you can get the time as a one of the feature, or you can say that road features as one of the features where you can consider it. Suppose if the road is not okay, or road is like having a holes, or you can say like daytime, day, night, or mid of the day or midnight. So you can check all these factors, how these factors can be analyzed by your data and help in the prediction of the model. Fine. Okay, the next step is building a machine learning model. After analyzing all the features, we have to learn how to learn the means we have to train the machine that how they can learn from our data and can give an outcome of it. So machine learning model is built by using the training data set. Like zero, machine always understands 0, 1, 0, 1. So our data is always converted into it. So model algorithm predicts the output by using data fed into it. So model using like linear regression, decision tree, we can. Okay, the next is model evaluation and optimization. What is the means of evaluation? We are actually finalizing the efficacy of the model, or you can say that efficiency of the model, means at what accuracy my model is trained. Like till 100%, if my model is trained up to 95, 96, then we are getting it's a good results. If I have like 20 or 30% results, then we are not getting it, that's a good results. But sometimes it is totally depend on the data set as well and the model which you are applying over it. Number of epochs you are used to run your model. So many of the factors are there which helps you to understand your model evaluation and optimization. So accuracy of the model is calculated. Further improvement in the model are done by using techniques like parameter, like tune the system. There are so many optimization function how to tune your system. Okay, further. In the next step, that is prediction. What prediction is means what we got from our outcome, like final outcome is predicted after performing parameters like tuning and improving the accuracy of the model. As I said that if you have to train your model, what major things we need, that is the accuracy. If your model is giving you a 93% or 94% and another people is giving you a 97%, then our efficiency is not good. So we have to measure these factors as well while training the model. Okay, the next thing is that this is a very important part while you are working on any kind of model, types of machine learning. We have generally 3 types of machine learning: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. What is supervised? Supervised says that super plus vised. You can see this, just a minute. Okay, you can see this super plus vised. Super means there is a supervisor, like as a guide, as a mentor, you can say that. Means supervisor is giving you something, and on the basis of that you have to get the same results, like as a labeled data. Means in case of supervised machine learning, we have labeled data. Like you can see that this is Tom, Jerry, Jerry. Now this is the known input, which already knows about us. Like we have 2 things, Tom and Jerry. After data cleaning, you this is ED is a process of data cleaning actually. Then you applied your algorithm. Any kind of algorithm of machine learning you have, you can apply it, and then your model will be evaluated. So this is your training phase, whole training phase, how your model is performing. Then after the label data exactly comes out of this data set, you find out only 2 classes were there. One class is of Jerry and one class is of Tom. So this is what machine learning shows you. In case of unsupervised learning, unsupervised means without supervisor you have to do it. Just unsupervisor, just like as other person who is doing PhD, but there is no supervisor, and they are learning from their self, and they are not getting anything at the last, and they are thinking exactly this paper is okay or this work is okay. So this is just like the person who is not having any kind of mentor, means they have to learn by their experience. So one unsupervised learning means unlabeled data. I do not have any kind of labeled data. So you can see here, nothing is there. This is unknown input. Now the same process you have to follow here, understand the pattern and discover the outcome. Afterwards, what you will do it, in case of unsupervised learning, you will perform clustering technique. Clustering is a similar group of words. For example, in an easy language, you can understand, like in one class of computer science, like 11A and 11B are there. So 11.1 is one cluster, 11B is another cluster. Or if you can say that in case of engineering and non-engineering, they can be a two clusters. So it is totally dependent on your data set, what classes you have exactly. So what it is doing, like this cluster one is formed for Jerry and one is for Tom. So you can see there are two cluster are formed. Cluster formed based on the feature similarity. What features they have, on the basis of that, this similarity does. So model is trained by itself by analyzing the feature of it. Now, the last one is reinforcement learning. Actually, reinforcement learning is something like that. If I'll top in my degree, then my father will give me some reward of it. So I can say like something I'll do, I'll get a reward of it. So Tom and Jerry, they are having in the state of it, like there is an agent and that agent is performing a task. If it runs successfully, then there will be a positive reward, and if it is not run successfully, then there will be a negative reward. So reinforcement learning is not so easy to implement it, but yes, definitely it can have a good outcome. So reinforcement learning is a part of machine learning, where an agent is put in an environment and he learns to behave in this environment by performing certain actions and observing the rewards which it gets from these actions. Reward can be negative and positive. I hope it's clear. Sir, is it clear? Are you all there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Next, there's a difference between supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. So what definition it? Machine learns by using the labeled data. Machine is trained on unlabeled data without any guidance. Reinforcement, any agent interacts with its environment by producing actions and discover error or rewards. Error means negative feedback. Type of problems, what we can use is regression and classification. This is called association rule mining. There is ARM, association rule mining. I don't know you have heard about this ARM. This is called market basket analysis. Based on market basket analysis, I think you have used in your daily life when you goes to any kind of malls and you saw that like means not even can say that mall, you can say in confectionery shop there is a like milk and butter are along with that, because the person who comes to bring the milk, they can take it either bread or butter or omelette, egg, something like that. So association rule mining is how you can associate your things in together so that you can get more rewards on this. So reinforcement is totally reward based. Types of data: supervised use labeled data, unsupervised use unlabeled data, and reinforcement means no predefined data we have. So we have to just go ahead blindly and learn and get a reward against of it. Training: external supervision, no supervision, no supervision. Approach: map labeled into input to known output, known input, known output. Understand pattern and discover the behavior. Follow trail and error method. Popular algorithm what we are using in supervised learning: linear regression, logistic regression, support vector machine, KNN, etc. In unsupervised, K means, C means, and in this case Q learning and SAR, etc. Now we have another question: what type of problem can be solved using machine learning? Generally, we learn machine learning, we learn Python. Is this sufficient to learn and we can understand the problem? No, we have to understand what kind of problem we can solve using machine learning. Like regression problem, we have to solve it. So we must know about that. Regression is a supervised learning. Output is a continuous quantity. Main aim is to forecast or predict stock market price. So if you are working on any kind of project like this, predict stock market price, then you have to use linear regression. Fine. In case of classification, you have supervised learning. Output is categorical. Main aim is to, like I just said, this continuous quantity output. Similarly, in this case, categorical quantity. So you have to analyze what data set we can use for this. My aim is to compute the category of the data. What category we have, like email, spam or non-spam. So category is spam or non-spam. Fine. Similarly, like if I say that traffic accident, fatal major and minor. So these are the categories to analyze it. Now, the next is clustering. Clustering is an unsupervised learning. Assign data points into the cluster. Main aim is to group similar item of clusters. That means like find all the transaction that are fraudulent in the nature. So you can use k-means algorithm. So every time, whenever we are using any kind of algorithm, we must know what algorithm is used for what kind of purpose. Without that, because sometimes we are blindly working on it, like we can use CNN. I heard many of the times like people said that yes, we can use deep learning. There is a meaning of using deep learning on that particular problem statement? Is your problem statement is compatible with or not? Suppose if I have a data numeric type, so can I use CNN over there? So we have to think about it before applying anything. Okay. Now, machine learning algorithm. What are the different types of machine learning algorithm are? Supervised, unsupervised reinforcement, then unsupervised regression, decision tree, random forest, classification, and further classifications are this. Unsupervised clustering. Clustering can be this associate, then this algorithm hidden Markov, and reinforcement mean continuous and categorical. Okay, the major factor behind of machine learning is there are so many limitations. What limitation could be? Is there any limitation or not? You can see high dimensional data. I mentioned this high dimensional data is one of the major limitation of it. Image recognition. Image recognition means extraction of the feature. Basically, in ML model, we are dependent on two things. One is your accuracy, another is your data set. If your data set is not up to the mark, then you will not be able to extract the feature. For example, if the data set is of image based and images are not clear, and you can say that in images few things are blurred, so you are not able to fetch the features of that images. That means totally dependent on data. Second thing is that quality of data. Accuracy, quality of data and accuracy. What accuracy are getting? Suppose if you applied any model and you are getting only 50% accuracy, is that your model trained good or not? No. So you have to measure a few things and number of times execution on the basis of number of epochs, and your parameters used are totally mentioned what machine learning predicted. Okay. Now another is a big challenge is one of the big challenge with traditional machine learning model is to process called feature extraction. As I said that it is a complex problem such as object recognition or handwriting recognition. This is a huge challenge. Sometimes the language written in the paper is not okay. So you can see that the performance of machine learning is quite little bit slow rather than a deep learning. So deep learning performs very good over it. Okay, now comes to the deep learning. What is DL actually? So idea behind the DL learning is to build learning algorithm that mimic the brain. You can see here, these are the pattern of local contrast, phase features and phase. These are the layers, hidden layer, input layer, hidden layer 2, and then outcome. This is called multi-layer perceptron concept. You can see that. So deep learning models are capable to focus on the right features by themselves, requiring little guidance from the programmer. And these models also partially solve the dimensionality problem. You can say also one thing, transferred learning concept. They are some pre-trained model which are used for analyzing the performance of the model. Okay. Now, how it works, how deep learning works exactly. Deep learning is a form of machine learning that uses a model of computing that's very much inspired by the structure of brain. You can see this brain neurons. In this brain neurons, there is a cell body, nucleus, dendrites, then this axon and synapses. These actually dendrites means receive signal from other neurons. You can take one example. If I'll give you one cup of tea and that cup of tea is hot tea means you can say that if you will touch that and it is too hot, then you cannot bring it, and you can means your cup can be gone out because your body sense, your neurons sense, and your neurons means your finger understand that it is hot and it is directly revert to your brain. So these are the dendrites which actually receive a signal from anywhere, but it goes to the your brain. So cell body sums all the inputs which we are getting it. If you feel cold, that means your brain said that you are feeling cold. Fine. So totally all decisions are taken from your brain. So this is biological neuron samples where it can work. Okay, so what is deep learning? Deep learning is a collection of statistical machine learning techniques used to learn features, hierarchies based on the concepts of artificial intelligence network. You can see that there is a hidden layer, then input layer, hidden layer 1, 2, and then output. Let's take one use case of deep learning. PayPal uses deep learning model to identify fraudulent activities. I hope you all understand about the PayPal. This is for payment analysis. Over 4 billion transactions are processed. Deep learning algorithm implements pattern detection to predict whether a particular transaction is fraudulent or not. So how it works actually, so there is a person who actually credits his account holder, then this process actually works. This account holder will directly connect with this bank account. So all these patterns will be matched in this case PayPal, and using this PayPal, it's actually getting this fraudulent, if any kind of transaction over there. So what we enjoy from more modern advanced machine learning is ability to consume a lower more data, handles layer and layer of abstractions, and be able to see things at a simpler technology that could be able to see even human beings might not be able to see it. We are even not able to check it that all the things are going in a right way. So this machine works on it. Fine. Okay, so next is a perceptron. What perceptron says that artificial neural or perceptron is a linear model used for binary classification. It's model a neuron which sets of inputs. You can say that these are inputs x1, x2, and xn. There is a weight which you are giving it to machine, and on the basis of that summation of this, you will get an output of it using a transfer function. There are so many transfer functions like ReLU function and all. So you can use any kind of functions while executing your program and giving it to. There are limitation of perceptrons is dealing with non-linearity separable data. What is that? Can we use two neurons at the same time? No, this is a limitation of perceptrons. So multi-layer perceptrons with back propagation can be used to solve this problem, because it will give the input to output and then output comes back to it. This is called multi-layer perceptron. It has the same structure of single layer perceptron, but with one or more hidden layer, it is thus considered as a deep learning model. Or you can say that a deep neural network means like there are more than one hidden layers. In case of multi-layer perceptron, as more as you are adding any kind of hidden layer, then it will directly convert into a deep neural network. Fine. So this is the structure and summation and transformation of it. The weights between the units are the primary means of long-term information stored in the neural network. Updating the weights is the primary way that how neurons can learn it. Now, the last is back propagation. How the back propagation works in multi-layer perceptron. Back propagation algorithm is a supervised learning method of multi-layer. In this case, you have to lead to generate a various sources, and there are hidden layers which actually works for it, and then you will classify based on the basis of the priority, how you get it. So maximum weight is assigned to the most important lead or input. On the basis of that, your back propagation works it. Thank you so much. Any queries?
Is it done, ma'am?
Yes, it is done. If any kind of code anyone wants to check or go with that, we can proceed with this.
So, dear participants, if you have any queries, you can directly talk to Dr. Meenu Gupta. So meanwhile, I am also sharing the link for the session 1.
You can use Python in Anaconda and Jupyter Notebook as well. That I want to add it, because only to work on Python is not like this. Any queries, any questions you want to ask him?
Good morning, ma'am.
Very good morning.
Ma'am, my question is whether we consider machine learning as a statistical learning or not?
It's not exactly a statistical learning, but if you have a data in the numerical form, then you can perform the statistics over it.
No. I think you don't understand my question. My question is, as we all know, machine learning is based. Any algorithm you take of machine learning, the various probabilistic methods or various mathematics is behind that, right?
Okay.
My question is, whether we say machine learning is a statistical learning or not.
I exactly don't understand what you want to admit here. Means statistical learning in concept of.
Whether machine learning is a statistical learning or not.
Not completely, but partially.
Okay.
That I said that.
Can you give a brief any example on it?
I have given you the weather prediction example of it. Like we can go with the statistics. Either the weather will be sunny or not. So we can predict in this way.
I am not talking about the statics. I am talking about the statistical learning.
Like you want the machine can learn.
Not the statistical statics of the data or statistical data. I am talking about the statistical learning.
I don't understand actually. Sorry for that.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other queries? Ma'am, someone has written, please explain step 4 and 5 once again. What was that?
Just a minute, sir. Step 4 and 5. I have to share my PPT.
Yes, ma'am.
Just a minute. Okay, just a minute. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, this is the exploratory data analysis. In this case, you have to define what patterns and what is the trends of data. As I said that in the previous, like you have to collected the data. Is that data is correlated with or not? What the insights are there? You have to analyze in this. This is called data cleaning process as well, EDA. And another 5 is building a machine learning model. Using this machine learning model, like regression model or decision tree, because I said that to understand machine learning is not quite sufficient. We have to understand on what kind of problem statement we can use what type of algorithm. So in the step 5, machine learning like linear and decision tree, we used on this training the data set and then predict the outcome of the machine. Fine.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Any other question?
Just a minute. So we are getting messages, very informative session. Python basic sessions were very good. Nice introductory session. So if there are no queries, then we are going to bind up this session 1. So ma'am, I'm very thankful to you. You have spared time for us. And even the students of senior batch, there is machine learning as well as Python in their syllabus. So they have also listened to your session. It was very helpful to them. And even those people who are new to machine learning and who are learning this Python. So this session is also, very beneficial for all of them, as well as for the faculty members and research scholars who are doing this search. So thank you once again. Thank you so much. In future also, we shall organize these type of programs, and I shall invite you again for sparing your time for a session on machine learning as well as on other topics. Thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. So, dear participants, this was the first session. And at 2 p.m., we have our next session. Dr. Surbhi Vij, she will join us on the topic practical aspects of machine learning. So I have already shared the link on Google Meet as well as on YouTube. So you are requested to fill that attendance link. That is the attendance link for the session 1. Similarly, I will share the attendance link in session 2. both on YouTube as well as Gmeet. So now we have a break, and at 2 p.m. we will again join the session, that is the session 2 on practical aspects of machine learning, that will be covered by Ms. Surbi Vij from Amity University. Thanks a lot.